Wallapini Woman here. Today we're going to learn how to build a hydroponic tower. So exciting! Join me! So this is what we're going to have by the time we're done, right? You're going to go to your Lowe's or your Home Depot or wherever. You're going to get yourself a 10-foot stretch of this white PVC pipe. It's 4-inch and it's white. It'll cost you around 13 bucks. You're going to cut it in half into two 5-inch length or 5-foot lengths. You're going to draw a line with a pencil every quarter of your pipe. There's a line. Now on each line, there's 4 of them. This is 5 inches, and this is 10. Now the reason I do 10 inches between them is because this is going to be a greens tower, and your greens get really big and you don't want them shadowing other greens out. And then on this side we did 10 inches, and then we're going to go down another 10, right? So each hole is 10 inches apart. Okay, now the way that we're going to determine how big our hole is by the bottom size of our pots that we're going to use. So we're going to look at this. See? 2 inches. So that means that the tool that we're going to poke our holes with absolutely must be at least 2 inches in diameter for the butt of our pot to sit in to the tower. Okay? So make sure you have a 2-inch post or pipe, and you're going to cut it at 45 degrees to make your tool. Now they also come in 1.5-inch bottoms. Take your pick, just make sure that you put the size pot in for the hole that you've made. We're going to determine the width of the line and the hole that we're going to put in this thing by simply lining this up and doing a crosshair check down the center, and then drawing each line on the side. That's how wide that line is going to be, and it's going to be cut straight across. We have all of our lines drawn on our tower. We're going to go ahead and start doing the cross cuts. And you want to cut them all at the same time. It's just so much easier to do that. Now we're going to make a hole. We've cut all of our lines. We're going to go ahead and use this heat gun. I've turned it all the way up to 10, and I'm using the second setting, which is high. I'm just going to run it around this whole area, and you're going to see it go ahead and start to swell and kind of curl a little bit. And once it does that, it's ready to go. Let's wait. Hopefully you can kind of see it. It's getting a little crispy around the edges. Okay, it's ready. So we're going to use our long end towards the down part of the tower, shove it in, turn it, cool it off, and extract. Yep, gotta get the back side too, otherwise, you know what? Comes loose. There we go. All right, once you get it nice and cool, perfect. All right, test out your basket, make sure it fits in. Perfect. That's how you make a hole. Now you do have to shove it in hard and make sure you make your tool to fit your basket. Now, do them all. Okay, now that you've got your holes drilled, it's time to put it together. Now you can either use a 1/2-inch PVC pipe, or you can use the 1/4-inch tubing. This is going to go up the inside of your tube, and then you're going to also need a pump. And this pump is probably a little stronger than what you need. Minimum you need about 550 gallons per hour. This one, it pumps up to 13 feet, so it's a really tall pump. Don't need it that tall, but anyway, that's what it is. Now, I did go ahead and fit my bottom to that pump. You're going to see that the way that it fits up in here is, let's see if I can do this. Okay, see, fits up in there just like that. And there's a vent side on this side so that it can get water in. And I've got these vents on this side so that the water will go out as it comes down inside the tank. Now that's going to be the 5-gallon bucket with a lid. I went ahead and cut out a circle right in the middle, and then I cut out a little tab right there for the electrical line. Okay, you need an end cap, and then you need what's called a test cap, or a cookie is sometimes what plumbers will call these, and this is how I altered it. I cut a 1/2 inch, actually it's a little closer to 3/4 of an inch of a circle in the middle, and then I used my heated up hot rod, basically. I heated it with fire and poked holes on the edges, and that way we get water flow down the sides. So it's going to come up here, and this is really at the top of the cap. I'm just using this for stability and even water distribution. And so then you're going to put an end cap on that. I also have gone ahead and poked with my hot poker some more holes in this thing. Not pretty, highly functional. I'll probably do a few more holes in this just to get a little bit more even dispersal. But this one is really the one that disperses it. So that's going to be the one that goes down the edges. All right, let's put it together. All right, so we're going to put it together now. Your first thing is your pump. The pump is going to come with a couple of these. There's going to be a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and 3/4 inch that you can just plug right in. This is a 1/2 inch because I've got a 1/2 inch pipe going up through my tower. So we're going to go ahead and do that. This is going to go inside my 5-gallon bucket, and this is going to go onto it as my center pole going up. I had to heat it a little bit to get it to fit on here. So I heated it, shoved it on, cooled it down, and it fit. And then I pulled it off. So it still works every time. And then we are going to go ahead and put this thing on. This is your tower. Okay, it needs to be on a flat surface. In any case, we're going to take our cookie that I altered, and we're going to shove that in the top, and then we're going to take the end cap. Your final two pieces are your bucket lid and then your end cap. So your bucket lid, we do this for stability to keep your tower upright from falling over in case it gets hit or bumped or leans heavy to one side because of what you're growing. And then we're going to put some PVC glue right here around the top to get a tight seal. Put it on, and you are ready to go. All you need to do is put in some cups and get growing. Okay, that concludes our hydroponic tower building class. And if you have questions on what to put in your tank once you've got your tower built, check out my video on hydroponic solutions. I also have a video on how to change your entire tank that needs to be done about every 4 to 6 weeks, and how to tell when it needs to be done. So check those out too. And as usual, you can always get the product links in my bio for any of the things that I've used. But I did build this tower for less than $100, and I will itemize it all out for you later. Thanks for joining me on Wallapini Woman.